Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus once again. Look at me real good, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to look at me and focus on me because we have a thing going in this country that in order for you to be somebody or you got anything to say, you got to meet certain standards that have been set by certain other individuals. And if you can meet that standard, they might give it some credit. If you can't meet those standards, you can forget it. And yet there might be situations where you might know uh, and meet a standard and yet rejected because of other factors. Ladies and gentlemen, these are kinds of things that happen that allow us to be like we are and allow you to be like you are and me to stand here constantly trying to take you somewhere. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. We have this thing before us, what we call the Republican Party is losing its foundation, the principles for which it's supposedly stood are all dissipated, and they all gone to something that we as a nation of people have been taught in words that to act that way was treacherous to the social order, to God, and to the Constitution. And for certain of those things, we even put up penalties that would allow people to go to jail or pay fines or even go to prisons if they commit certain of these acts. And yet these acts that we commit as individuals perhaps and that would land us in these various situations, we are at a different time doing it for the state, and it is legit. It is something wild. It's just legit. It's teaching you lies and truths, and you don't know which to follow. So there comes a time when a person like me, when I think about what you just got through seeing, how the Trumpers and you know how they tended the Senate, that Republican Party, to just totally disregard everything that we supposedly have taught. They have no respect for God. They stand before the people, just like these divorcees do. They stand before people, and then they do this before the spiritual God, and they take an oath, and then they turn right back around and violate that oath, because in instances where they take this oath, they think you can't do anything to them now, that they are above your power. They are in a realm of another power. And so they can just disregard all that they told you or produce a bare minimum just to keep you satisfied, to think that they're doing something while they are trying to work with others to be able to produce something magnificent, when in truth, they are not doing any of that crap. That stuff doesn't happen. So it's going to become necessary, ladies and gentlemen, that some other factors come to play. And I want you to know that the way we've been taught to battle is not a victorious battle. You can't even seek that. Now, if we're different, we got to be different. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If we want to win this, we got to be different. We have a group of people that stands before us on a powerful position that we have given them, and they are leading this, guiding this ship that's going to hell. And I don't care how much we complain, we're still riding that baby like we can't turn it loose. And even those who try to still hang on to some basic solid principles that we have established, some say the Democrats, they are not solid, they are not real, because even under their government, under their administration, there's pain and so much suffering that's out there. I'm not even referring to all over the world. I'm talking about little America. So you talk about trying to set it up. Everybody, how are you going to defeat these people who talk about conspiracy theories? How are you going to defeat these people who come up and talk about killing each other right in the House of Parliament, so as it were? How are you going to defeat these people that they don't know? I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you defeat those people. First of all, look at and listen to good. I'm going to tell you, this person right here is going to tell you how to defeat Donald Trump and all of the future people that's trying to be like Donald Trump, and all of those who are trusted in Donald Trump, in his way. Let me tell you how to defeat it. This is how you defeat it. Let's say we got about 300 million people in America. I don't really know how many, but let's just say, let's work with that figure, 300 million. Now let's take everybody that's eligible to engage in a career. Because I want you to have the premise, and you can identify this as I speak it to you. Every last one of you know that you've got a gift that, given the opportunity to, you'd love to be doing it. Now, I say it to every individual. Each of you got something that you would love to do, or that would just set you up where you want to be. Each of you. I don't know what it might be, but you do. Every last one of you. Now, that's the way it's designed. You're here. You are here to exercise every last one of those gifts. You are here on this planet to exercise every last one. So if you're not a baby or a caretaker who have to deal with babies, moms or dads, or a facility that's set aside to share that love outside of the, the guise of the parent, they're just an extended parent, as it were, was set up to take care of all of that. If you're not sick, disabled, can't do anything because your body just decided to give up and giving up or whatever. If that's not a problem, and then your age, you're not just in what you call, you're not an adult yet, you know what I mean? Then you are eligible, my friends, to engage yourself in a career of your own choosing. Whatever percentage of that 300 million of you in all of the different areas doing what we already have established are essential for each of us: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, computers, telephones, traffic, all of the things that we have imagined that we're already doing. Things that we have been haphazardly doing, now we can do better. We recreate ourselves and doing masterful things, because that's what we're here for. That's our duty. That's our responsibility. And we are doing it quite well. Now, just to keep on imagining that, my friends. Now, we have no reason for any of the things that the Trumpers are arguing about. Who they gonna fuss with? They don't have to worry about food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, jobs, stuff like that. They don't have to worry about any of that. So who's gonna be lying? Whose lies are they gonna listen to? Who's gonna lie to them? Who's gonna tell them that they deserve more and they will be willing to give up the joys of life? Who's gonna listen to that? Well, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they say they were in heaven at one time and they listened to something like that. And I'm not saying it won't happen here. But all I'm saying is, don't let it be you. And understand that when that stuff happens, it is our duty, it is our responsibility to show love in that situation and expose the lie of that situation and reflect the joy and beauty of the truth. I think I might have got what I wanted to say to you. I just want you to know that this stuff about beating Trumpism and all those people who are hating America right now, there's only one way to beat them, and that's to be righteous, to be loving, to do as it was intended to be from the beginning. Make sure that the whole, and this is, if it's only one person that sees what I'm telling you, it is the duty and responsibility of that one person to stand against all of society and reflect that truth. Because in the end, we will all agree on that one truth. Because it is the truth. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.